It's Around the House. When it comes to remodeling and renovating your home, there is a lot to know, but we've got you covered. This is Around the House.
Welcome to Around the House with Eric G. This is the Pro Insider. This is where we talk about stuff for the trades. We talk about all those things. Whether you're running a construction company, a design firm, a flooring store, or even a drywall company, maybe you're an electrician or a plumber, this show is for you. Today I wanted to talk about the news that's hitting this morning here on a Thursday on the, 12th of May. We're seeing a couple things changing the world out there. For instance, the first topic I wanted to touch on today is inflation bleeding your business dry. This is something where you could be bleeding out and not even know it. And so I want to make sure that whatever your business is, that you've got the pulse of this. And make sure that, quite frankly, your business, maybe the blood pressure's too low or the blood pressure's too high. We want to make sure that thing's running smoothly. And the problem with things like this that we haven't seen in almost a generation is we haven't seen costs go up so quickly that maybe where you did an estimate a couple months ago or even a year ago, and numbers aren't even close today. So this morning, the Consumer Price Index came out and said we're still at 11%. So across the board, at a wholesale level, so what you're buying things at, everything is up on average 11%. Now, I can tell you when you go to the gas pump today, we've never had gas prices this high, ever. How does that affect things? Well, you're out there, got your crew filling up trucks. Now you're paying way more than you did 2 years ago. Easily a big number out of your books, no question. And then you have to start thinking about how that affects shipping. So now everything is up. Every shipping cost. That delivery truck from Home Depot, Lowe's is dropping off lumbers, costing them twice to get here. The shipping container that has to get shipped from overseas that has your plumbing parts in it, that's going to be over the top. So we are going to see moving forward shipping and shipping surcharges go through the roof like we've never seen before in our industry. That's something we've got to pay attention to. And it's something as a business I would start dealing with in your contracts today. When you give a quote, are you making sure that shipping is a percentage of the actual cost? Or are you just saying, oh, it's going to be $100 to ship it? Because what happens when it's $300 or $500? Are you eating that? Or is your... So this is where having that kind of cost plus model might be okay. And you're going to have to really work with your client to make sure that you've got your bases covered. Because all of a sudden, if you're not careful, the profit in those materials, and let's be honest, guys, we all know this, those materials that you're putting into the job site, you're trying to make enough money to cover your costs of dealing with the bookkeeper. You're not getting rich off buying that stuff and sending it out to the job site. No. You're trying to cover your costs. And if you're not careful right now, you're not, which means you're operating that as a deficit. And that can be a huge problem. So pay attention to that. I would sure be looking at, if you're not doing it, that cost plus model that, okay, well, materials cost X, shipping and delivery cost Y, and you mark it up from there. And you're just going to have to really stay on top of your client to make sure that they understand that shipping could be all over the board. But you know something? They're heading to the gas station every day or once a week, or even buying electricity for their electric car. They know what things cost. So let that not destroy your business. So make sure that you're not bleeding on that kind of stuff. And this is where I think we should have a discussion about forensic audits of your jobs. Grab a project that you did. Maybe it's one of your favorite projects. Take a few hours, go back and audit that project. Where did you win? Where did you lose? Where did you lose revenue? Where did you overcharge? Where did you grossly undercharge? And how much money did you really make on that? It's so easy to close the books on a project and go, gosh, we made a killing on that. Did you? Prove it. Sit down, open the books up, go through the receipts. What was your actual profit and loss with the labor, with the gas in the trucks, whatever you're doing? Did you make money on that project? And I want to see you guys doing a few of these a month, depending on how many projects. If you're a builder and you've got one project I get it. Maybe you should be looking at stages of that project. Did you make money on it? But you should be spending a few hours each month as a manager to make sure that you are not on the loss right now. So many people get in there, oh, it's good, it's good, it's good. Holy crap, what happened? Catch it before it comes. Forensic audits are a huge deal. We used to do this in the kitchen and bath company all the time. You'd go, oh man, we made a killing on that. Yeah, sometimes we did. Sometimes we lost our ass and we didn't even know it until we did the deep dive. Because, you know, sometimes you get that closing check on a project and you're like, we're done, we're moving on, cool. Money gets deposited, you walk away. But are you watching to see what happened on that job to make money? Now, here's the next one that I want you to be careful with. And it's been almost trying to bite me in the ass as well. And I have to be really careful of this. Be super careful with politics out there. This is something that can bite you super quick. And I want you to be careful of it. Because in this country, we are split about down the middle. And if you get involved in it, just know that you could cut your base of your clients by half or more. It's something you got to watch out for, seriously. I mean, I'm sitting there right now. I'm trying not to get involved, but when your crazy ex-wife is running for Congress and the other side of the country and everybody's asking for interviews, it's not a good thing, especially when I'm happy that I haven't heard her voice in 12 years. But this is the stuff you got to be very careful with, because I tell you what, if you go out there and jump on that stage and go speaking for somebody, just remember, you've got tons of great clients on the other side. And in today's divisive culture, I really appreciate people that stand up for what they believe in. But there also could be a business cost to that you might not want to stomach. So if you're in a place that you can do it, God love you, knock yourself out, do it. If you're going, man, I got to be careful, then be careful. And there's other ways to do it without grabbing the limelight and having some fun up there and taking the stage. There's plenty of businesses out there that are built on social activism, and that's their business model. Just make sure that you've got that business model and that savings to get into it. And that's going to keep you from going out of business and wondering what happened. And we've had that here in Portland, Oregon, where bars and restaurants took one side or the other, and next thing you know, 6 months or a year later, they're closed up. Well, it's because nobody wanted to go in there. It was a hot spot, and many times people are trying to get away from that, not jump into it. So just make sure that you're set for that. All right, everybody, well, have a great rest of the week. Happy Thursday. Watch those numbers out there. I want everybody to have a very healthy business in 2022, and this is something that's going to be you need to be careful with. We're going to have some great other interviews coming up, so stay tuned for that. We'll be bringing in some other legends in the industry here. You know, you go back to last episode if you want to hear about integrators. That was a great one with the HTA, so you don't want to miss that if you did just catch this one. That was a great episode. But other than that, everybody, have a great rest of the week. Stay profitable out there. Have fun. Make sure you got some great people working for you, and your construction life will be good. Have a great rest of the week. Thanks for listening to Around the House. We'll see you in 2 weeks for the next Pro Insider.
Somewhere unseen and undiscovered,